All right, so in the meantime, before my stream starts today, I wanted to do this recording for Ozymandias because looking back at my channel, my video for Ozymandias was well over a year ago. Now, has he gotten any buffs since then? No, but am I able to edit videos a whole lot better than I could a year ago? Absolutely. So I'm giving this man the respect he deserves because Ozymandias is probably the best single target rider in the game, if not one of the best. This man does not need buster support. He doesn't. He's able to solo stuff fairly easily. His kit is actually built different and is probably the only servant you will ever use that has an Imperial privilege that you will actually enjoy. First off, if you did not know who Koyasu Takehito is, let me just inform you, and also the voice of Hans Christian Andersen. This is DIO. DIO from JoJo's. This is his Japanese voice actor, which is probably why he got so much love as he did. Because DIO is Noah, actually, because that is around the time like the JoJo's anime was getting hyped up for being as good as it was. I don't want to say that's the reason he got the buffs he did, but that might have been a factor, especially because they actually do reference JoJo's quite a bit, especially Cleopatra. Her whole snake thing is, she says, is one could say it stands with her. If that's not a JoJo's reference, I don't know what is. Base attack, good, high, above the median or the middle of the pack. HP, this is pretty anemic, but considering who he has class advantage against, casters who, also if you didn't know, casters only get 2 attacks. Gold casters only get 2 actions per turn. So they hit you less, and they're also class notorious for not doing damage. Does it matter? He doesn't have like super high HP like the 14, 15,000. Not really. He's just not gonna take enough damage for it to matter, and if he does, he's just like, he's probably just not taking enough damage for it to matter. Star weight, star gen, rider numbers, MP charge 0.59%. This is deceptive. His gains are a whole lot better than this would say, especially if he's solo, because if he's solo, he's mighty chaining, and yes, he's a rider. He's not gonna gen that many stars, but this is this is like basically Saber. Like, I think isn't the median? Oh, it is 9. Why do I always feel like riders have like such bad star gen? It's really not that bad. It's like, is it better than Lancer, or around the same as the Lancer at least? No, Lancers are 12. This is closer to a oh, right, no, this is in the middle between an archer and a saber. It's not good, but it, like, he does have this is a good quick guard. Mighty Chains gens a lot of stars. His extra attack, 5 hit. This is gonna gen not a lot, but a good amount. It's gonna gen what he needs. And if you don't get enough stars from the face guards, don't worry about it. Literally, don't worry about it, because it is a non-factor. Or not a non-factor, but you know what I mean. First skill was a charisma. This is what got buffed here on NA. The charisma is, instead of 18%, 20%. 10 stars every turn if you're on the sunlight battlefield for 3 turns, and increases the party's crit damage on sunlight battlefield for 3 turns by 30%. This is solid on a 5 turn. But here's the problem. You can't exactly bring the sun yet. NA, we'll be seeing that nice buff real soon. And trust me, going for my MP1 Ozzy on JP to my MP2 that's actually like a foe away from, or not foe, lore away from getting everything 10 10 10, which for Ozzy it actually does matter. You do want everything lored for the same reason you want all your skills lored when you're doing double Vitch stuff, because oh boy can he take advantage of double Vitch. Oh boy can he. Second skill is Imperial Privilege. You love to hate it. A rank is at 40%, so it's not Nero's 44. I'm pretty sure it's Nero that has the 44. She has it EX, but this like 60% chance. There's always, it's barely better than a coin flip. Always a good chance the skill is just gonna be a heal and that's it. Until you look at his third skill, Guaranteed Party Battery at 20%. That is something some people forget about, that this is a static 20% battery. Buff success rate to the entire party at 40%. I would see them buffing this skill before they buff Imperial Privilege, because they've never buffed Imperial Privilege. Oh, no. So they have buffed Imperial Privilege, but they didn't do anything about the RNG part of it. And probably the only reason they... Yeah, like they buffed woos, but it's... They added guaranteed effects. That's what they did. So... I don't... Talking about buffs for Ozymandias is weird, because this man honestly doesn't need any more buffs. Like, I know that's weird saying that, but like this is an actual complete character now. He guarantees his Imperial Privilege. He has an AoE battery, so you can technically use him as support for like other servants that need Imperial Privilege. Cleopatra, Nero, Original Roma. Like, they could definitely use a buff like this. Help secure it. Is it the smartest thing? Not really, but you can. If you... Yeah, like, you can't make an esports Ozzy because he's at least 70. But, you know, if you want to pop off with Nero, just put him in and then plug him out if that's what you want to do. Passive skills, 17.5% magic resist. 11% quick buff, so his quick card is again really good considering he's a rider. I think Drake's is better, but that's because she has a 6 hit. Maybe. I don't think... Does Drake have the riding passive? That's gonna be so weird if she actually doesn't. That's so weird. That's so weird if she actually doesn't have the riding passive. Surely she has it. Surely Drake has it. Okay, she has riding B. I don't... No. Like, I would assume Drake would have a higher riding passive than Ozzy, but sure, give him a good passive for reasons. I'm sure this is lore wise. Probably because he's a king. Probably he's a king if I had to guess. Okay, so pens. I would 100% recommend extra attack. Mana loading is meh. If you are soloing with Ozzy, if you plan on doing big deeps with Ozzy, get this. It will make everything feel so much better. Weak against archers. This is either Arash or Gilgamesh, and it's more. It would be Gilgamesh because, you know, yeah, like they are like in the same ballpark in terms of arrogance. They're basically the same character. One is released more likable than the other, or introduced more likable. MP. This is what we have on NA. Single target 5 hit, steals their MP, reduces defense after damage. Like, this is the basic MP. It's good because it's MP seal. Not much else because it's just a single target buster. Then we get to the buff. What were they thinking, letting whoever did this cook? Everything else is the same. It gets buffed MP damage, so that is already a plus. Sorry why he's one of the best riders, because he has a buffed MP as a 5-star, which no, that's ruler, not rider. Yeah. Mabe, Murasaki, and I think a scanner maybe not, but they have buffed MPs and they're sitting close to the top. Ozzy did not have a buffed MP and he's way higher up top. Now, does he have a special damage mod that he can take advantage to do even more damage? No. But at this point, it really doesn't matter. He seals the enemy's MP. He gives himself the sunlight battlefield. So this stuff is literally guaranteed after the first MP. And not only is it's not for 3 turns, it's for 5. He can make the battlefield sunlight for 5 turns. You can use this and literally you just have to get your MP one more time in 5 turns and you are guaranteed to get everything on this again. He also reduces his skill cooldown, so that becomes a non-factor. You're not even like, you're going to get this back off cooldown before you even lose the sunlight battlefield. And then if you have Vitch, you are literally popping this at least the next turn. At least you're popping it next turn. Ozzy is someone that just like, it was the perfect storm with Vitch. Like, she literally can elevate this man's damage to ridiculous levels just solely off him like reducing his own cooldowns like this. Bonsi Arts and Buster while he's on the field, 10%. I get it. Now, he does not have any card buffs in his kit. It is attack and crit damage, and that's it. That's kind of why he scales well with Vitch, because he's not adding buffs he doesn't have. Oh, also defense down. So he gets with Vitch and Oberon buffs he does not have himself. Always good. And this is a high amount of stuff to even think about double stacking. This is 120% attack that you're having multiply with everything else. And that's not including any CEs you have, any what other supports you're bringing in, if this is esports or not, because that does matter. He just is so solid, and he's permanent. That's the actual wildest part about Ozzy getting these buffs. It would make so much more sense for Quetzalcoatl to get buffs like this, because she's story locked. It would be harder to get at any. You'd have to be deliberately summoning on story, which is a giant pool, or you have to summon on her banner. Ozzy you can get at any time. And they buffed this man so much that if you get spooked by him, you might be happier by getting spooked by him than the actual 5-star. That's honestly how good he is. Are you going to be disappointed by not getting the 5-star you wanted? Yeah, of course. But this is a spook you absolutely want to have leveled. You want to have this man at his peak, because the higher your peak is, the greater the sun shines. I needed to do that. You have to praise the sun at some point when you're talking about Ozymandias. One last thing. Much like Gilgamesh, he is chaotic balanced. If you have anyone, Jacques de Molay or Moriarty, who can turn him evil, you will get full synergy with Domin. So you're throwing in more attack and general crit damage for him. He appreciates that a lot. Am I saying you should be running Jocks with Ozzy? No. I'm just saying that's options you can do if you want to do some fun meme stuff. Yeah, TLDR, buff Quetzalcoatl. They used to be equal. They used to be equal. Right now on NA, they're kind of equal. But once he gets this MP buff, there's no reason for you to ever pull for Quetzalcoatl besides just you liking her. Like, Ozzy is just night and day a better servant than Quetzalcoatl as she is right now. More use cases, more like highlights, more fun to use. Honestly, it's a shame. They need to give Quetzalcoatl a direction so she can have something different from Ozzy instead of just being Ozzy but has burn. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, comment, sub, all that good YouTube stuff. I'm putting this at the end of the video because I'm really bad about selling out mid-video. So, thank you for watching.